My sister-in-law was like, just find something that you want to do. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I literally want to be at home on my farm, taking care of my house, cleaning my house, taking care of my dogs. How am I supposed to tell someone that that's what I want to do? I don't want to work. I don't want to do any kind of job. I literally don't. Like, how am I supposed to tell someone? That's what makes me happy. Not working and being at home. And I literally have to work. Oh my gosh, dude. What the fuck?
Bro, these jobs don't give a fuck about you at all. Don't matter what the fuck you do. How the fuck a warehouse job? Bro, these jobs don't give a fuck about you at all. Don't matter what the fuck you do. How the fuck a warehouse job wants you to hit your numbers and all this shit every fucking day. They want you to come in there and be super warehouse worker and they don't give a fuck about you. Why the fuck am I gonna come in here and bust my ass and y'all don't even give a fuck? These niggas talking about some, who would like to volunteer to come in on Monday? Bro, only a couple people raised their fucking hands. Tell me why the nigga gonna say, well, looks like we're gonna have to make it mandatory. Bitch ass nigga, this shit not funny.
I don't want to work anymore. Fucking tired of being on someone's clock. I'm fucking tired of dealing with rude ass people. Even when I used to work in an office, I was fucking tired of dealing with office fucking drama. I don't even want to climb up a corporate ladder. I don't even want to do none of that shit. Literally, give me the most basic job in the fucking company. Give me the most basic job in a company. And let me do the most basic shit. I do not want to be team lead, supervisor, none of that fucking shit. That's how checked out I am from working. Like, I'm 31 years old. I've been working since I was 17. I'm fucking over it.
I always said I would never want to be a manager, a team lead, a supervisor. I would never want to be any of that. It's really not worth the couple extra dollars you get per hour. That's not worth my sanity. That's not worth me being stressed out every day. Y'all could keep it. If I was to not be doing what I'm doing now, I would have me, just like she said, I would have the lowest level in the company. Let me just do something that's not strenuous. It pay enough that I can pay my bills, and I'm not overworking myself either. I don't want to be burnt out. I don't want to be exhausted. By the time I go to sleep and wake up, it's like I didn't even sleep because I'm still that tired. I need more, but now I can't continue to sleep because I got to get up and work. I wouldn't want to feel like that.
I hate being vulnerable online, but I just have to be so for real with y'all for a second. I work 40 hours a week and I'm broke. Like, I'm consistently broke. And I don't mean like, oh, I have just enough to pay my bills. No. Credit card payments are late almost every month. The rent and the car payment are the only things that are like consistently on time. Everything else is like, I don't know how to prosper. I'm in my 20s and I feel like I'm constantly stressed out about the world, about my finances, about politics. I don't know how the fuck we're supposed to thrive in these conditions. And everybody's always like, oh, just find things to be happy. Everything costs money. I live in New York City. I leave my house and I spend $50 unintentionally. I don't know what to do, you guys. I don't know what to do. And it's so fucking jarring, like, to sit here and watch influencers and watch reality TV sometimes and hear that people are paying $7,000 a month for rent and $12,000 a month for rent. Like, wow. $12,000? That's crazy.
And these people paying $7,000, $12,000 a month for a penthouse or whatever. A lot of times it's to keep up this image. It's to impress others. They're not even happy in life either. I was watching a YouTuber a couple days ago. He was talking about how he had $20,000 in bills. And people was asking what happened to him. Why did he stop posting? He said he was depressed. He had all the cars he ever wanted or that he thought he wanted, right? That the world wanted him to have. He had the penthouse, exotic cars, jewelry, all of that. But he was paying so much in bills, he couldn't even eat how he wanted to. He couldn't even really go out. So it looked good on the outside looking in, but he was depressed. People thought he had more money than he had, so people only calling him to ask to borrow money, you know? And I'm seeing the common trend that happened with another YouTuber too, who was a millionaire, and he got robbed. That made him spiral down the rabbit hole of realizing all of the things that he once gave value to or cared about, he really don't care about. He thought, oh, if I get rid of this car or this jewelry, then I won't be able to be in these social circles no more. But he said, forget all of that. He downsized from the mansion. He living in a tiny 1-bedroom apartment with his mattress in the living room, and he's happier. People really don't want to keep working just to see it outgoing on bills. People want to live a life full of thrills. No matter what your income level is, no matter where you work, it's the same thing. No matter how much you make, when you're stuck in this Grind mode. We going all the way from the normal worker all the way up to the millionaire. Everybody tired. Simplicity. We about to see a whole wave of people just starting to live as simple as they can. And that's going to be what brings people more satisfaction out of life. Doing things they love, living a simple life.
I'm going to give y'all a little history. The 9-to-5 structure, 40 hours a week, was shaped during the industrial era, which the U.S. normalized through the Fair Labor Standards Act under Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was designed around factory efficiency, predictable output, and a single income household model, which means one person worked outside the home and the one person, usually a woman, handled everything else. Domestic labor, emotional labor, and child rearing community glue. Unpaid, unmeasured, expected. Now, like fast forward, women are breadwinners, mothers, creators, healers, entrepreneurs, leaders, partners, visionaries, and still operating in a system that assumed someone else was at home holding it down. That tension that's being felt all over the world, like, why does this feel like too fucking much? Like, that is not you breaking down out of weakness. Like, that is you becoming conscious and aware of the bullshit. That 40-hour work week bullshit, because we're evolving from that shit, because they say that they chose 40 hours because it is just enough to keep you weakened by the time that you get to Monday, but just enough energy to keep fucking pushing and never question why the fuck you doing it. You're just going along, but that shit was built for an industrial economy. Now it's not for a digital, creative, and a spiritually conscious era. We are in a recalibration phase. To me, this is like ultimate rebellion. Like this type of recalibration, hell yeah.
Focus on what she said real quick. It was built, the 40-hour work week was built, or it was designed for you to be so tired at the end of that work week, just have a little bit of energy to continue on that next week and to keep you distracted so you don't really question it. You don't really question, why are things this way? Why should I have to work 40 hours? It's a trap. They keep you trapped in that cycle and you're never able to escape because JOB stands for just over broke. It keeps you just over broke. You're not broke, but you just over it. So you need to keep going to work because you need that job so that you can fund your life. That's deep right there. That's a deep point she just made.
So it's like now women are understanding that they can choose. They have the power to choose. They have the power to create their own reality. They can work from home, find jobs that is in alignment with their feminine energy that they love, having multiple streams of income, community-based models, slower. We're like operating slower, softer, and getting more in tune with our cyclical productivity. And we are owning our own time. We are sovereign time structuring. Okay, so the question really isn't should I fucking quit my job, or oh my gosh, like I want to quit my job. Like, you can't be in that energy. What you gotta be, what you gotta say to yourself, what you gotta question yourself is, am I choosing my structure or inheriting one unconsciously? Structure isn't the enemy. Unexamined structure is. And women all throughout history have always been the architect of cultural shifts. Sometimes quietly, sometimes loudly, but always intentionally, and we get the fucking job done. Inside the Sisterverse, we don't just work, okay? We are designing lives. So how do you do this? You self-reflect. What does your ideal work rhythm actually look like? Do you feel safe when things slow down? If income was stable, how would you design your days? Where are you performing productivity instead of embodying purpose?
Right. Purpose. Purpose over profit. I'm going to let y'all self-reflect. If y'all need to rewind the video back one time, rewind it back one time.